I want to just explain some kind of fundamentals about the shedding process for some of you who maybe are new to this or would like a little bit more, a few more tools maybe to aid this phase. So as these parts, these aspects of us are coming up and being revealed to ourselves, they might be the emotions, they might be the stuck patterns, the situations, this old stuff that's coming up that we're seeing and we're becoming aware of. That's really key, is that cultivating that awareness is really important, because we can keep coming back and being present with it, and working with it in that moment. That's where the magic happens. But this stuff may be coming up because of a physical shedding that's going on. And it may also be coming up because it's an emotional shedding that's taking place. But both very much interact and influence each other. And I'm going to show it to you from both perspectives, because it's really important to know how these can be worked with. So it may be that you're going through a physical detox. So if you're drinking the dandelion tea, for example, the dandelion root chai, or maybe you're doing something detoxing, for example, you've recently started taking some green veggies or an anti-inflammatory diet, or doing some breath work or something which is shifting the physical of the body. What happens is the physical toxins and the physical energies and all that gunk that's in our body that's been there for a long time, that's often the stuff that attracts the emotional and the patterns to it. Because what happens is this physical stuff that we have in our body that's vibrating at this low frequency, it attracts stuff at the same frequency as it, okay? And it makes it easier for those emotions or for those patterns or those traumas even to stick there. It's got something to stick onto. So if we're doing a physical detox, then actually, and these physical things are now able to, so they're leaving the body because they're physically being unstuck, then we may feel these emotional stuff or the patterns. It might come to our attention because they're on their way out. And what normally happens is these parts actually surface as a sort of a last ditch attempt to kind of maybe stay in place or be transformed. So we have an opportunity there to really either give it permission to go, because it's physically going and it's taking the emotional and the energetic stuff with it. So we have an opportunity there to go into it and give it permission, release it, say, yes, I honor you, thank you for the lessons, and I give you permission to go. But we also have an opportunity to hold on to it, like if we feel like we're not ready, or there's something that we're not seeing, or whatever, we can actually physically hold on to that stuff, and it can find a way to stay in the body as well. So, and it works the other way. So if you are going through some internal processes, that you're doing that deep inner work and you're ready to physically let go of, you've been brought to your attention, you're ready to let go of this emotional stuff, then the physical stuff can go too, because often the physical stuff is also being held there by this codependent relationship, and it makes it so much easier for the physical stuff to just go. And, I do often find with my clients that, once they do this deep inner work, like weight just drops off, or like all this water they've been holding on into their body just suddenly gets flushed out, and it's really magical to see. So just know that this is a two-way process. One of the downloads I had last year, and this is the work that I do through internal family systems, and then also working with fusing that with the physical body and with energy work and all that sort of thing, is that we can also speak to our parts, the parts of us, and just ask that any of the parts that are willing to be transformed, or that are willing to be moved on into a new role, or willing to be released, that those parts are able, or give permission for those parts to step forward and be transformed through this shedding and detoxification process. So that's what I ask some of my clients to say who are, say, for example, they're doing a detox. Maybe they're, doing juicing, or they are starting to take probiotics or going to do a breathwork session. I ask them to say this sort of mantra or affirmation and have this dialogue with their parts. And what we do find is that part of the detoxing process, as the physical stuff, as the energetic stuff is leaving the body, the parts now, they've been given permission, they've been told by you you no longer need them there anymore, and they can either re-roll or be transformed into something else or be released altogether. And that does happen, and people have really big shifts too. So I invite you to give that a go. So if any of you are interested in doing a bit of a chunkier detox, I would recommend always working with the bowels first, because the bowels and the kidneys, there are our elimination channel, and the breath as well. So this is how stuff is going to get eliminated from the body. So we need to make sure they're really clear. So with working with the gut, what you want to be doing is making sure you have probiotics, that's good bacteria putting into the body, and feeding that with fermented foods, with inulin, with all those yummy insoluble fibers that bacteria love. So making sure you do that. And then you want to be having lots of bitter green veggies, which help to secrete digestive juices. Apple cider vinegar does that as well. It's really good for that. You want to be adopting just a clean anti-inflammatory diet, which is like rich in protein and healthy fat. Lots of veggies, lots of herbs. You really want to cut down as much as you can the refined carbs, the starchy carbs, that are really sluggish and slow down digestion and just clog things up, and sugar as well. So you want to keep those passages really super clear. That's really important. Juicing is really great. The dandelion tea is beautiful as well, and there's lots more you can do. And once you've worked on the bowels and you've worked on the kidneys, the dandelion chai is great for the kidneys, nettle, burdock is great for the kidneys, and there's lots of kidney supporting foods that you can find online as well. And once you've cleared these elimination channels, you can then go to work on the detox pathways, because you actually have various channels in the body, and they deal with toxins and physical residues in very different ways. You often need specific nutrients. You need things that are going to grab onto the toxins and pull them out of the body. You actually need nutrients that are going to break the bonds between the toxins and the tissues where they're lodged. So it's quite a complex process, which I'm happy to share the links to my online course, which is going to be published soon. And I'm going to be having a detox workshop in Liverpool this Saturday for any of you who are interested at Planet Yoga from 1, I think it is. If you find me on Facebook and you find the workshop, that's happening. And for anyone else that wants any more information, they want to go deeper, just contact me and let me know. I will let you know about my online course and if I'm delivering any courses face-to-face, and may be able to send some information out to you as well. Okay. So, thank you, Lotus Beings. Namaste. See you soon.